And boom! We are off with another episode of Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, here with my man, Mrs. Jenna. No, it'd be Mr. Jenna Elias, right? That's how that goes?
Take two.
Mr. Jenna Elias and Mrs. Zach Elias. The Eliases, welcome.
Hello, welcome.
Hi.
Thank you for having us.
We have something fun planned tonight just because we joked about it a little bit last week, and we've never done this, and you said you would love to play the dating game, which I thought you meant the Newlywed.
I wanted to play the dating game, so bring on 3 broads and bring on a curtain, or like Jenny McCarthy. I didn't want the Newlywed game. Thanks, Ron Katz, correcting it and blowing the whole thing.
We're calling you guys the Not So Newlyweds because you've been together for...
I don't know. When was Eisenhower last in office?
Terrible.
We've been married for 12 years and dating 10 before that. So did 22, 23 years.
Wait. How many happy years have you been together?
7,
22.
but not in consecutive.
That's my mother's joke. That works every time, by the way. That's one of my doctor jokes. When I'll say to my patients, how many happy years? And they go, well, 52. And I'm like, oh, because my mother says 2 years, and then we had you. So that's basically how much, pretty much. Well, you know how the format of this show goes. Before we get into anything, let's talk about them burrs. What are we drinking tonight?
Oh, these are the birds. Like, speaking of, we're still drinking this bird beer, but we each have one. So I was thinking good and new next week. So, your Orioles, the birds.
Not doing so well anymore. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, well.
All right, you're drinking that. And Jenna, what are you drinking tonight?
Same thing. So we can blaze through them so I can get, like, l'chaim. Well, he has to what he's drinking. Oh, she got premature on you.
Premature, a drinkulation over there. I like that, a drinkulation.
Oh,
well, do I have a special one for tonight? It is from the Rusty Rail Brewing, which that has all types of connotations. It is called Birthday Suit. Birthday cake inspired ale. Look how pretty it is.
I've seen it at the store. I almost bought that for you.
Is that banana in the middle? Or are you just happy to see me?
It definitely looks like a banana.
I almost bought that for you.
Or a big yellow schwanz.
All right. Well, I thought this would be good because playing the Newlywed game, there will definitely be some birthday suit related questions.
All right.
Release the Kraken.
Cheers.
Yamas. L'chaim. That is not so good. It tastes like birthday cake beer.
Ew.
That has a terrible
beer.
Terrible. Yeah, it has a terrible aftertaste. Okay, so we're playing the Newlywed game tonight with the Not So Newlyweds. Before we could get the party going, we have to ask Zach to excuse himself from the room because Jenna will be the first person tonight answering questions. Zach, go ahead and see curtain number 2 back there and go
stand up. Hopefully, I have pants on. You never know on these things.
These on?
Very good. All right.
Yeah. Put those in.
Hey, put it in. All right.
If I'm going to show you how to put this in a hole, this is going to be a long game.
Okay.
All right. Oh.
All right. So Zach is in the other room right now. Yes.
I'm going. There's a nice way to do that.
All right. Goodbye, Zach. Jenna, welcome to the show. Finally got cut the cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, thank you.
Very nice. All right. So, Jenna, you have 5 little pieces of paper, I hope, that you'll be writing your answers down on. Very good. So now that Zach is not here, I hope he is really, really nervous about what we're going to be asking. I know we talked a little bit and you said you're nervous. Come on, babe. You know I'm not going to do you like that. These are going to be nice and easy, nice and fun questions. So, question number 1 is a 2-parter for you, Jen. Where was your and Zach's first date and how much did it cost? Okay. So I don't know what you guys constitute was a date. I mean, you guys met when you were 15, so it probably was a cheap date. But you were writing down what you did essentially and the dollar amount. Cool? Question number 2. Jenna, you are an audiologist, correct? You can talk. It's an audio podcast.
I am.
Yes. All right. What would you have been career-wise if not an audiologist? So this is one of those questions that's more, how well does Zach know you? You know what I mean? Very good. Question number 3. This might get a little more PG-13. You do what you want. Question number 13. Wow, not even close. Question number 3. Finish this sentence. I wish Zach would pay as much attention to me as he does Fill in the blank. I feel like this was a gimme, but I think it's a pretty good one. Question number 4. What would Zach say is your go-to website? Not for anything particular, just, one of those things that, really, you have to do this again? You're always on that Fakakta website. He probably would say Fakakta. And this one is all the dirt, and I hope you have a good one for me. Question number 5. Has Zach ever cried during a movie? And if so, which one? This is going to be great. I hope it's something like, he cried during some heartless movie because he's absolutely heartless. So are you good? Do you have any questions about the 5? You're pretty good. All right. Why don't you go ahead and take off your headphones and bring Zach in. Come on in. That is not the actual Newlywed song. I did look it up, and it was a lot harder to sing. It's not really a catchy jingle or a tune. So as we're waiting for Zach, we want to let you know that this episode was sponsored by the letter 7. 7. 7. Maybe the number 7.
About as good a sponsor as we can get these days. As we can get,
All right, so Zach,
yes.
I don't. Do you write this down or do you just say it? I forget.
I don't know. You're the host. Go nuts.
All right.
I made 1,000 of these things, so whatever you want.
So you're gonna go ahead and write this down, and then when you're done, you're gonna reveal it. Okay. So let's do.
I'll reveal it. All right.
Question.
What? Does she have to leave? No, she stays.
Wait. Actually, no. You know what? Let's go through all of them, and then we'll reveal at the end. Jenna, you stay. So Zach.
Yes.
Question number 1. Where was your first date with Jenna, and how much did it cost? Okay,
Well,
I know
the answer to her would be 0.
There you go.
With tip or without tip?
Just it depends how good your first date went, sir.
Not very. Go on.
Question the second. For Jenna, she is an audiologist. If she was not an audiologist, what would she have done career-wise? What's that thing she's always like, God, if I wasn't busy doing this, my porn career really would have taken off. Something to that effect.
Yeah, probably. I think
Question number 3. Finish this sentence. I wish Zach would pay as much attention to me as he does. Fill in the blank.
Ooh.
I think that this one's a gimme, but
hold on.
I figured.
That one was a gimme?
Question number 4.
You watching my answer?
I didn't see anything.
It doesn't matter. She's already written down her stuff. That's what we had.
I want there to be an element of surprise. I
haven't seen any of your answers. No.
Question number 4. What would Zach say is your go-to website? So what is Jenna's go-to website? It's not for anything particular, just her go-to website.
Okay.
And question number 5. Has Zach ever cried during a movie? If so, which one?
Oh. With her or in general?
I mean, if you don't cry at the end of Rudy, you're an asshole. But with her.
Right. But I don't think I've ever seen Rudy with Jenna.
Zach, write down a goddamn answer. I don't know.
Fuck off. Got plenty of time here.
All right. So, Zach, the big reveal. Number 1.
Where was your 7 questions? I thought it was 10.
It was 5. 5. And then you're going to get your turn. You're going to get to do her or the other way around.
Yeah, maybe.
Number 1, Zach.
You think I can go 2 times in a night these days?
Zach, where was your first date and how much did it cost?
Ollie's Chinese food, $40 maybe?
Jenna?
I said dinner and a movie, 45.
Yeah, we went to Ollie's and we saw that shitty movie about the swim team, The Faculty or whatever it was.
We did.
That movie sucked. We're close.
So Ollie's, by the way, I used to eat it all the time. Terrible, terrible food poisoning about 6 years ago. Can't even look at it anymore. Terrible.
Yeah, I got food poisoning about 22 years ago and I married it.
Oh.
Question the second. So, if Jenna was not an audiologist, career-wise, what would she have been?
Pediatrician.
Jenna?
Pediatrician.
Pediatrician. Very nice. Good job, guys. Question number
We're
3.
good at that other game that the married people play, but we cheated at it too. The Taboo. We're nasty at Taboo.
I'm very good.
Yeah, go on.
Number 3. Finish this sentence. I wish Zach would pay as much attention to me as he does.
I wrote golf with parentheses on TV. Golf.
Jenna.
I wrote Mets.
Yeah, I thought that was the easiest thing ever. It's the Mets.
Well, the Mets is only seasonal. Golf is much longer season, but go, okay.
Question number 4. What would Zach say is your go-to website?
X video. No, I said Facebook because she's on it constantly.
I can't believe you know what X video is.
Don't
I
worry about
guarantee you, my sister and my aunt watching right now do not know.
Well, I hope they go on it. It's a delightful site.
So
I made a friend of mine's wife go on RedTube at her office on her boss's computer because I told her it was a review site for the car that she just bought him and there was a defect. And her answer was, no, it's a setup. It's a setup. Go on. I said Facebook.
Jenna.
Facebook.
Facebook. Killing it.
Crushing this.
And question number 5. Has Zach ever cried during a movie? If so, which one?
I'm not a huge movie crier. I do have a couple staples like Rudy or Brian Songer, but I'm going more new school. The most recent movie I cried at was Coco. When I watched it with Zoe.
Mama Coco got me a little verklempt. Absolutely.
Coco
And
is the daddy-daughter movie with the whole thing about Mama Coco. Go on. What do you write?
Dumbo.
That was 100 years ago. You bought the Dumbo.
they just redid it.
When the mother and son's trunks go away, and I'm a big mama's boy who's not watching, by the way, but we'll get to that. That was it for me. Like being ripped out of your mother's arms, forget it. I still haven't been ripped out of her arms. Cut the cord.
Yeah. That being said, as far as the Coco, they call the grandmother in that spoiler. She's like, "Oh, Mama Coco." Like that's what they call her. So eat me. All right. So that was awesome. You guys got 4 out of 5, basically. Very good stuff.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. All right. Well, let's see how well Jenna knows you now. So, Jenna, if you could go ahead and excuse yourself to the other room.
How well does she know me? I've got a birthmark. I'm going to tell Gorbachev on my. We'll get to that in a second.
Zach, you're going to go ahead and put on your headphones here, plug them in while we're waiting for Jenna to leave. I'll go ahead.
The Mad Hour, whatever you got watching in there. All right. That's not the right song.
All right, so Zach, I hope you appreciate that I was very nice to Jenna. I'm gonna get a little. We started G-rated, and we're gonna slowly turn the volume up a little bit.
What's Whoopee?
What's Whoopee? All right. Question number 1.
Answer your question, Allison. It is porn. Wait for it. Ography.
Wait. Number 1, Zach. What household chore do you do better than Jenna?
None. What do I do?
If you want to say none, say none. I mean, I don't think she would ever really be like that. Like, in theory, she could have said, has Zach ever cried? No, he doesn't have a heart. But you can say none.
No. What household chore do I do? Okay. Yeah, sure.
All righty. We're getting juicy. Question the second.
Yeah.
What is your pet nicknames for each other? What would she say you call her, and what would she say she calls you?
I don't really have them.
I'm coming to your softball game tomorrow. Whatever she writes down on that paper is going to be every time you do anything on the field.
All right, let's get nuts. She doesn't really have one for me. By the way, which is ridiculous. In 22 years, we haven't made
nothing.
Go on. Nothing. No, we don't have something stupid like Snuggie, the both of you.
Snuggie, I didn't make that up.
Why is your name first? Why isn't it like, I don't know, Miter? Like
so I didn't make that up. My buddy Seth, who's super clever, he lives in Chicago. He was like, Snuggie is really good. I couldn't care less who's. Well, our other friend Josh calls us the Muggies, which is stupid because like I'm not even a part of that unless you're taking the S from my name. But Snuggie is very good because it's a thing. Whatever. Okay. All right. Now let's see if we can pick a fight tonight. Make sure there's no Whoopee. Question number 3. What is the one thing that you do that annoys Jenna the most?
The one thing that I do that annoys her the most, like just my being, my oeuvre, which is French for body of work.
Ushka.
Go pass. Come back to that one.
There's no passing on this. This is not passing. No, this is not Family Feud at the end where you get to be like, oh, come back if we have enough time.
What's the one thing I do that annoys her?
All right. Or what is the thing that annoys her the most? My sister saying Pookie is funny. That's what she says.
All right, I got an answer.
All right. Question number 4. If Jenna was on a reality show, which one would she do the best on? Zach's face. I'm like, yeah, no.
Which
Or
would she do?
What would she do the best on?
Best
I mean,
on?
any
Could it be
reality
a
show.
game show or it has to be a reality show?
Take that question however you want. If she doesn't ask, it's going to
She would
be.
suck at like Survivor, or like The Amazing Race.
Why? She's so sweet. You don't think she would do okay on Survivor?
No,
They wouldn't
no,
vote her off
that,
first.
like, no, she's not so
No,
useful.
she's the one that they would like use as the pawn to the end, and the pawn has won before, where it's like 5 on 4,
It would
and,
be bad.
and she just goes.
She wouldn't really keep the secrets. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going game show on this.
Okay. All right, we'll give her a chance if she just goes off the wall reality show to get a game show. And here you go.
The Bachelor.
That's a good answer. Maybe she'd do better as by the way, the correct answer to is the Bachelorette, which means she's the only girl and gets to pick from the.
I have literally never seen a minute of Bachelor or Bachelorette.
Yeah, me neither.
Island. Yeah, you're in like a pool with your Stuggy.
Multiple pools.
Multiple pools, huh? I thought it multiple pools.
Question number 5. Where was the best whoopee you ever had?
On the Cologne the other night. The best whoopee?
The best whoopee. Come on, there has to be one that you're like, oh my god, now that I didn't say it was with Jenna. Hopefully she's like, well, I heard about that time in high school.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
So Samantha is in the Bachelor League, and she wants to bring you into the fantasy league for this next season of Bachelor.
Do I have to watch it, or can I just like communicate with her and we figure
watch?
it out?
No, you want to watch the very first episode when it's just 30 girls, and then you draft from which one you think the hottest is. That's how I do it. That's
the blonde with the tits.
Yeah. All right, Zach, why don't you go ahead and unplug those headphones? Get Jenna back in here.
All right, Jenna, let's get nuts.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 do you name that tune? Name that tune.
Doogie Howser.
Yeah, there it is. All right, Jenna.
Yes.
Zach has all his answers written down. We are going to have you do it the same way where you're going to write them all down first, and then we'll go back through, okay?
All right, let's rock.
Right. Question number 1. What household chore do you do?
Something. I don't know what the hell she wrote. She wrote something.
I hope she goes first, middle, last name, like Zach Bartholomew Elias. Like, I can't wait for it.
It's got to be the hell she wrote.
What is your middle name? David? It's something real chewy, right?
It's Seth.
Seth. You're the second favorite Seth I know.
What's your middle name there?
Michael.
Michael?
Yeah, Alan Michael.
Holy.
Do you not know? I guess you don't know this about our family. So I'm Alan Michael. My sister's Allison Michelle. My cousin is Amanda Melissa. And my other cousin is Ashley Megan. We had 4 of us, all named after my grandfather, who passed away. Go ahead and make your joke.
Of a disease called AMS?
His initials was AMS. Alvin Simon.
Great.
All
Alvin
right.
Simon?
Middle name Morley, yes. Go ahead. I've heard every joke you can make. It's like, it's old. All right. Question.
I like the it was sort of hot.
Question number 3, Jenna. Mm-hmm. What would Zach say is the one thing that you do? Hold on, sorry, I said that wrong. What is the one thing that annoys you the most? That's how I phrased it the first time,
about
Zach?
Me.
Yes, about Zach.
What do I do that it just makes you incensed or crazed or not a regular bit, like a regular, not a one-off?
I think it's breathing, but you know.
I said my oeuvre.
What's the one thing that you do that annoys? Yeah. All righty. Question number 4. Jenna, if you were on a reality show, which one would you do the...
I would see you.
I am.
Scooch.
Oh, you scooched.
I scooched.
Oh my God.
I can't spare a square. Jenna, yes. If you were on a reality show, which one would you do the best on? Well, immediately to the pen and paper. Immediately. Zach was like, oh, she's not even going to name anything. Immediately. All right. And question number 5, Jenna, where was the best whoopee that you've ever had? immediately to the pen and paper. Immediately, it's great. All righty,
done.
good. Let's do it. All right, Jenna, you're doing it first. What household chore would Zach say he does better than you?
None.
I said vacuum. I said none actually, but then I said I do vacuuming.
He doesn't do anything well in the house.
I used to do vacuuming.
I used to
He
do the
doesn't
vacuum.
Jackson in the house.
I used to vacuum.
Wow. Okay, this is getting hot and heavy. Before it does, okay. Question the second. What is your pet nicknames for each other?
I said sweetie.
Whoa. Excuse me,
Piggy. She wrote Piggy.
Piggy for who? Wait. Piggy is what you. And then what? Zach? What do you? Jenna? What does Zach call you?
Sweetie.
So did you get that?
We have a pig
We
private
do have
joke.
a pig
so
joke.
that's why I called that. I don't know.
All righty. That is fantastic. You know what? That's exactly what I wanted. I just didn't want to be like, oh, I call him Zachy. Like, gag me.
No.
Great. Go on.
Question the third. What is the one thing that Zach does that annoys Jenna the most? Jenna?
Sleep during golf.
Weekend naps, sleeping in, and the weekend nap is during golf. It makes her insane.
Why?
I put that on and I'm out in 2 holes. Easy.
That's
So,
actually
like, it's a
question.
nap.
Question number
She's
5 is when you're out after 2 holes.
She's running around with Zoe or doing vacuuming or chores or whatever it is she does to, occupy those hours of the day. I'm watching golf and napping.
That's great.
Oh, the life.
Jenna, question number 4. If you were on a reality show,
Thing.
Jenna, if you were on a reality show, which one would you do the best on?
I qualified this by saying I don't think she'd do good at any of them.
You did. So, Jenna, what did you say?
That's a survivor.
Zach goes,
First one
not
voted
only,
off.
he goes, she won't do well on anything.
Exactly, the first one voted off.
Bananas.
No,
he
I
goes-
wouldn't.
Zach says you'll do terrible on all of them, and I said not one. He goes, you think she'd do good on Survivor? That'd be the worst
No
one.
Amazing Race, no Survivor. So then I went to a game show. And I said supermarket sweep because she knows how much milk costs.
Oh my god, because she's the woman. Okay, all right,
Well, no, because she does the shopping and
all right.
Yeah.
I want to hear a little bit more, Jenna. Why would you do well in Survivor? Because I actually fought back and said I think you would do well in Survivor.
you'd blow every challenge. They'd hate
All right,
you.
I may not be good at challenges, but I people like me.
She's not a
Yes!
strong swimmer.
I could definitely play the people card. I'm friendly.
I
People
couldn't.
trust me. I'm a good. I could definitely. Was it not the immunity challenges? The
Immune
The
challenge.
reward challenge?
yes,
the
I could do
bugs?
good on the reward
You
challenges.
would need the
Yeah,
bugs. No way.
I'd be a very good tri-mate.
I couldn't
would.
agree more.
Yes.
This isn't like making friends and influencing people.
Yes,
They
it
just
is.
swim.
Have you watched a show that's wait? Have you watched Survivor? Because
Every
Yeah.
episode since season
We're
1.
we're fanatics.
She would be so bad at the challenges, they'd vote her out of just, I can't anymore. We have to win. We need food.
I disagree, Jenna. I gave you credit because I said you may not be the favorite to win, but people like you, and I think you could easily weasel your way to the final whatever. And once you get to the final 3,
So you know.
I'm just saying that you would be the maybe not the strongest swimmer apparently, and if she's blowing challenges, hopefully that's the only thing she's blowing on that island.
We'll get to the next question.
But she would slowly be like, all right, I'm on part of this 5 and then this 4, and then you'd be, oh, this 4 likes me too, and next thing you know,
Yeah, that bird egg is nuts. She's right, Joanne. Nasty, that thing.
Jenna, I have faith in you. Question number 5, Jenna. Where is the best whoopee you've ever had?
I don't know best. I went with most exotic, but go on with you.
Train to Spain.
That
Zach?
was true. I went with in the Pacific Ocean in Hawaii, which is now forever unclean.
Forever unclean.
Exactly.
Wow. On the train, you joined the 10-foot high club?
Ish. We had our own room, so that doesn't really.
Oh, but
It wasn't a nice room though. It was one of those little sliver rooms with the bunk beds.
yeah, like a Harry Potter room.
I had never seen a moment or read a book of Harry Potter, but did he pee in a sink on a train in Harry Potter? Because we both did.
That's great. I don't want to ask details about that, but no, Harry Potter's when they're on the train to Hogwarts. They have their own little car. That's just not something we have really any train I've ever taken. But in Europe, that's very popular. To have a little car you sleep in.
Yeah, and you pee in the sink because you don't want to go down the hall because it's creepy and skivats.
Oh, wait a minute. I meant to tell you, I went to dinner 2 weeks ago with my buddy Skifuz, Paul,
Damn,
the
yeah.
Italian. He dropped a great one. We were talking about something. He's like, "Oh, that place? It's a pichadul." I said,
It's a what?
"A pichadul." I'm like, "What does that mean?"
He's making it up. He just makes words that sound good together.
I did. He said, he goes to me, he goes, in Italian, it means like a little pool, but you can mean it like it's a little cesspool. I did all the research. Pichadul, not a thing.
Not a thing. He's just making up Italiano sounding words.
You don't do that with Yiddish?
A little bit. Just clear your throat and it's a word.
Dude, we have so many in our family when I'll meet people and I'll say like, "Oh, it's a real this," and they're like, "A what?" I'm like, They go, "That's not a real one." I'm like, "Oh, okay." We have so many of them made up. Well, I think I'm gonna give Jenna the win. I think she got 4 points right.
Why? Because I napped her in golf. I'm gonna catch hell for that.
Just saying. It was pretty good. Like
I
was
sleep in every weekend too.
And sleep in. It gives
every
her
weekend.
Gives her the red ass. I tell you.
I get up with Zoe every day at 6 a.m. to get her ready for school.
6 a.m.
One
they still
day
have a 6 a.m.
You can get me.
I thought they got rid of that years ago.
Let me sleep in on a weekend, but no.
I would love to let you sleep in, but Zoe wants you. Zoe's exact words are, "Daddy needs his beauty rest." So I've groomed this one well.
I say that all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Daddy needs his beauty rest. Zoe let you sleep in too. She'd get Julia up and running around and playing Barbies and whatever it is. I don't know what they do at 6 a.m. They could be doing calisthenics. They could be doing, equations. I'm not there. I'm asleep. Who knows what they're doing?
I'm glad that we did this today. And look, Zach, I think you're hysterical. I think you're mentally deranged. I think you have so many problems, but I don't know if you ever heard me talk about you behind your back, but I do a lot. And I say
say it right here.
I think you are an incredible father, and I think you're a good
friend stabs you in the front.
I think you're a great dad, and I think you're a really good husband. I think you have a great relationship, and I just want our audience who thinks you are out of your mind, because you are, but you're like to your core, and you're a good person. So I was glad we could bring Jenna on, and we could have a little bit of laughs that you cried during Dumbo, Piggy. But you
don't come from a broken home. It's intense.
Mama's boy.
Yeah.
I'm well aware of all that. All right, well, Jenna.
He's a mama's boy too with my mama.
Wow, not touching that.
Has Jenna, she called you for a second visit yet or not? Is it one? Multiple?
There's HIPAA violations here that I probably shouldn't talk about, but anything you want to know, if she signs a release, I can tell you what happened.
She's not signing a damn thing, including your check.
Deposited already today. Took me long enough. Jenna, closing thoughts? Anything you want to say to the BYD audience about your insane Larry David wannabe husband?
Thank you for tolerating him every Tuesday and taking him off my back.
Yeah, so you can watch This Is Us, or whatever it is she does every Tuesday.
Very nice. All right, well.
This is not a good gesture?
To your show.
This is no good?
I am 5 episodes behind This Is Us. You don't let me watch
them. Just 5 episodes behind on this. I was going to go crazy.
All right. I watch this every Tuesday. This has been fun. Thank you for having me.
It has been fun, actually.
Can we do this again?
We'll talk about it. I'll have your people call my people.
That's a no.
It's
bombed.
It's a maybe. All right, Jenna.
Too bad.
We're going to sign you off. Zach, I need you for a couple more seconds.
Okay. Yeah, get the hell out of here with you.
You can just turn the computer.
What?
I thought that was really good.
That
was fun. Zach, we were talking before this episode got started, and I was like, we'll save the story for another time. So I told you I went for Korean barbecue tonight. Well, I'm racist. I went for Japanese barbecue, which is basically the same thing. And we were joking.
Look at these.
Does it stress you out as much as it did me tonight when I had dinner? Like just the whole flipping of the meat and everything.
Flipping of the meat. Anyway, does Korean barbecue stress me out? Well, no, but it is always like what order you eat it in, who's the cook, who's the flipper. It sometimes sticks to the thing, and then the whole
sometimes the whole thing.
But then the whole piece is tits up, and also the allocation, because do I get the extra shrimp, or who gets the last one, or do I eat more than she does because I'm bigger and I eat more? But it's meant for two. There's a lot of math to it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I find the whole process weird. And do you get weird about which ones is the flippers of the meat and which one is the putting it onto your plate, or no?
No, but I don't love the idea of cooking my own food and paying the same. They're foisting the role of chef onto me, and I still have to pay the same.
Yeah.
Am I doing their job for them?
I don't know. I always thought it was like a fun experience, and I just went there tonight, and I was like, this is stressing me out.
Well, it's just... You go out to dinner so that someone can cook for you. I'm cooking for myself at home. Am I paying a premium to do the same thing I can do at home?
All right, Zach, before we sign off, anything interesting you want to talk about? Anything good? Anything good happened over the weekend?
No, nothing good. Zoe had her first T-ball game in the rain, which
How'd
was
that go?
crazy. Her game was on, but my softball game on Sunday got rained out. But the middle-aged Jews couldn't handle it, a little rain. But the 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds were out there doing it.
Didn't you say you had like nobody there anyways?
No, we had people. I'm sure they would have gone, but the T-ball jumping, crazy, busy.
For them.
I don't remember not having outs. Everybody hits, everybody runs, then everybody fields. So the score is the same to the same. It's really millennial.
What happens? What happens if it's a pop fly ball and it lands in a kid's glove? The runner.
Will not happen. But B, I don't have a clue. But because A, will not happen. They hit it on the ground, and then 12 kids rush the ball.
Oh yeah, it's like soccer for little kids.
Yeah, they just all rushed the ball. But she had a pretty good hit. She had a good arm, better than half the boys. These guys suck. And she is by far on the worst team. It's the Bad News Bears, and they wear gold. The other teams are doing like push-ups on their knuckles, and these kids are like kicking the ball. It's wild.
No, I had a softball in college. I took a class, and I like your boy Eric. I would just pick on the right fielder because I thought if I had more runs or whatever. I hit a ball one time out to right field, and I swear to you, the girl closed her eyes and put her glove up, and it landed in the glove. I was like, "You've got to be kidding me! You've got to be kidding me!" It happens.
That happens. Speaking of baseball and girls, you hear that girl from North Texas who pitched a perfect game, all strikeouts?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Hope Trotween got her name for this.
So when you say, wait, you said speaking of baseball, I heard it was softball.
It is softball. But same thing. Same.
Is it?
27, 20, oh, no, she has 21 strikeouts, or 23, something like 24 strikeouts.
I think it's the innings are 7 long. I don't think it's a full 9.
I don't know. Speaking of the full 9, how about Marcus Stroman going the full 10 pitches and pissing and moaning? Do you hear what he did?
No,
God forbid you leave it in the locker room these days. Why does everybody need to have a hot take? You went out there for 10.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, so of the Mets, Marcus Stroman, who's
I know who he is.
What?
I know who he is.
I don't know why they need to sign him. So he went out in the rain for 10 pitches, and they called the game off, and he had like a tantrum. Oh, they wasted my week. I can't get hot again. I've got to go with 5 more days. He blames the Mets. He blamed MLB. He put it all on Twitter. A, keep it in the locker room.
Shut up and dribble.
Shut up and pitch is right. B, Cy Young would pitch 162 pitches and then go out 2 days later and do it again. 200 pitches. This guy, after 10 pitches, can't get warm again? What a snowflake.
Well, Cy Young didn't want a black guy taking his job. He wasn't a big fan of them. So he was like, that guy was the most racist person ever. No, I'm thinking of Ty Cobb.
Behind you?
I think of Ty Cobb. Oh, I'm terrible.
Ty Cobb was a pretty big racist. I have no idea where Cy Young stood on that issue. But take him up and ask him. Either way, he's a professional athlete. 10 pitches and he's shot for a week? What a snowflake.
Speaking of snowflakes, you know what? I'll just layer it on there. Cancel me if you want. Did you hear the rant that Kyrie Irving went on after being called the N-word by a guy on another black guy in the NBA? Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it all, but sometimes they throw the word around very casually, and it was the Lakers Nets was a big game this weekend.
We do a casual K.
Casual K, a great episode. Was episode 68, and basically the guy was like, "Oh, take it easy, mob, blah blah," and the guy's like, "You don't know me. Don't use that word towards me." And it's actually started a debate on should black people be able to say the N-word.
Kyrie is right. I don't think they should be using it, but I don't want to tell you what to do, but I don't love it. It makes me a little uncomfortable when they.
I'm with you. There was a Twitter poll that said, like, what are your thoughts? And it's like, get rid of it altogether. And I said, I don't use it. I don't want to say it. I'm not a fan.
Look, I'm not going to tell them how to be, but I don't love that as part of their day-to-day vernacular. There's got to be a better word for it. Come with a new word. Make something up. Do like a survey.
I get it. I get it. It's take the power out of the word, but the thing is it still has power. But it gets thrown away. I mean, if you ever take any red train north, 1, 2, or 3, you just hear the N-word nonstop. I lived in Harlem for many years. You just heard it nonstop, and it was just interesting for somebody, a black guy, to be like, you know what? You don't know me. Don't use that word towards me. I was like, wow. I mean, it was interesting. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's interesting. I take the A, so it's not on get up. But every now and then I go to the D, and you don't realize you're on the D, and you go further up than you should. Oh, you hear some stuff.
I feel like I just heard some stuff.
Yeah, you hear some stuff on the D. The D and the A are very different trains, and they share a line for a long.
I'm well aware that the D and the A are very different things, Zach. I totally get you.
I mean, they're very different.
All right. Well, this was a fun episode. We did something a little different, kick it up a notch. Zach?
I hope Jenna's parents are listening to hear where she's made Whoopee.
I know, the train to Spain.
I think it was from Amsterdam. No, it was from Paris to Spain because Jenna got us lost in Paris after we got to Amsterdam. I don't know. It was in Europe.
All right. Well, Mr. Jenna Elias, thank you for being a part of another BYD episode. Everybody, we're live.
Well, accent mark.
Emphasis, syllable. Booze your daddy. YouTube, Facebook, download the episodes. Daddy loves you.
And we love you too as a collective. It's a couple.